Last time we came up red cone with a Bronco, Wrangler, and Defender, it did not go so well for the Defender.
G'day! So the Defender's wide, right? I couldn't go around this side.
So today we've got a Bronco, Wrangler, and Defender, but with a twist.
Yeah, we can probably let that clip die forever, but it's redemption day because this is the new Land Rover Defender Octa, the ultimate Defender with a 600 horsepower twin turbo V8, off-road tires, locking differentials, and some secrets I'm not going to tell you just yet.
Andre, what are you driving?
And I brought the big boy, the macho machine, the Bronco Raptor. It's got 37s, triple locked, and disconnectable front sway bar.
And I brought Blaze, and more importantly, I brought the new Wrangler Willys with 470 horsepower and a ruddy big V8. Tommy, how should we go up red cone? What order?
Well, I'll go first in the Defender because I've got over 150 more horsepower than you two. I may need to give you a little tug up some of the hills, and then we'll send the Wrangler, and lastly the Bronco.
And it's because I have the biggest tires. We're going in tire size, Tommy.
So 33, 35, 37s?
Yes.
Let's hit it.
Oh, no, 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 no!
This should be pretty straightforward for the Jeep. Maybe not so straightforward.
Rear locker engaged, center locker engaged, 6,000 pounds of 160 grand Octa, climbing the gatekeeper. Oh! My blood pressure is as high as it's ever been. Come on, Defender!
All right, boys. We've got 3 obstacles that'll test all 3 of these vehicles, starting with the gatekeeper, followed by the rock garden, and then of course at the end we've got the dyno steps. So we'll see which of these 3
can make it up the top of red cone past the 3 obstacles with the least amount of rubbing and scratching and bashing of metal on rock.
And just before you start smack talking me, I've got the cheapest of the 3 here. Hard to believe at $75,000. I'm the only one with solid axles and of course a real hood scoop. So there, Andre.
Oh, this is so cute. The reason why I'm behind you guys, it's because when your vehicles break down and your parts keep falling off, I can pick up the parts and I can bring them to you. And also, Tommy,
I love it how the Defender tried to copy the Raptor lights. Roman, your Jeep just looks tiny.
Copied. I think they've improved. I mean, let's be real here. The Defender is the best 4x4 by far, as it has historically always been. I've got the most sophisticated suspension, and I've got some truly incredible James Bond party tricks that I think are going to blow both of you away.
Andre, can you get a wider truck, please? I mean, good God, that thing is fat.
well, it is wide, but it's because I have amazing Ultra 4 off-road racing inspired chassis and suspension.
May I remind you that the Defender Octa just won the Dakar, which is in some ways more impressive than Ultra 4.
What was the Defender racing against? Like Grand Cherokees?
You guys look down at this Defender, but it has some truly incredible technology, which I think is genuinely going to shock you in what it can do. It also has genuine off-road tires, unlike the last time we came up here. I've got underbody protection. I have 6-dimensional suspension.
6! Take that to the bank.
You know what's really shocking, Tommy? The price on that thing.
It's an elevated price for an elevated experience. You wouldn't understand in your peasant Jeep.
How much? How much is it? I think you can get both of these, mine and Andre's, for the price of yours. How much is that?
Sorry, I can't hear you over the gentle growl of the 4.4-liter twin-turbo V8 that costs...
A respectable $160,000.
I know people look down at this thing in the off-road community sometimes, but you absolutely shouldn't.
So first obstacle is the gatekeeper. Let's make our way up to it and see what is what.
I also like how they pre-wrapped it just in case.
Yeah, it's actually really cool. This is Sargasso blue, but it has this protective wrap over it. So if I run it into a tree, I'm not gonna be out thousands of dollars in paint bills because it's pre-wrapped. Welcome to the Gatekeeper. We've got these two boulders positioned right in the middle of the trail. You can't go around them, you gotta go over them. And if you hit it wrong, you end up in this nasty, nasty outcropping here, which will destroy quarter panels and wheels and that kind of thing. So, I'm gonna try it in the Defender with my 12.7 inches of ground clearance and see if we got enough. Why are you stacking rocks already? You got ye of little faith here.
Just in preparation, Tommy. Just in preparation. We don't need to stack anything.
Don't stack any rocks. You're making it too easy.
Please on the way. Look at that. That should give you a help.
All right, let's go see if it'll do it.
I call this rock Mr. Curb because what happens is driver's side wheel goes up on that big rock and then the weight of the vehicle with the downhill pushes it into Mr. Curb, and Mr. Curb does what Mr. Curb does best. Isn't that true, Blazy? And that is curb your rear passenger wheel. So Tommy, good luck.
Gatekeeper in the Defender. Wait, I gotta finish my Starbucks. Cool, and I wonder how cool should I set my ventilated seat? Maybe just one click for this. All right, I am in the rock crawl setting, which is the off-road 2 on the suspension height. I've got a whopping 40 degrees of approach angle, 29 degrees of breakover angle. So the numbers are crazy, 42 degrees of departure angle. So even though I have small tires compared to the other two, the numbers are staggering, and this thing also has an extract mode. So if I bottom out here, it will give me just a little bit of additional ground clearance to help get me over the obstacle. Rear locker engaged, center locker engaged, 6,000 pounds of 160 grand Octa, climbing the Gatekeeper. Oh! And the Gatekeeper. Oh!
Back up.
Let me see what's going on here.
You're on the skid plate.
We gotta go way that way, guys. I'm off the rock here.
Yeah. Back up. Okay, let me put one rock under you then. Slowly.
Okay.
Ow!
Really frustrated. Good thing we got skid plates.
There you go, Tommy, you're good.
That's climbing now. Well, we tested the skid plates on the Defender. They work great. Don't have sliders though. So here we go. Now we're gonna probably run out of breakover right about here. No.
Okay, you're gonna step up in the rear tire.
Okay. Come on, Land Rover, don't let me down. Do what you're designed to do. Be regal, but be capable. Oh, it's doing it. Holy heck.
A little more faster. No.
Come on, Rover. You got this, bud. Oh, I think it just did it.
You got it, Tommy. You got it. Go. Yeah. Nice.
Woo!
Tommy, beautiful control.
Thank you, Andre.
I'm sorry, in the first approach, I got you too far driver. I apologize.
Thanks, dude.
That was my fault.
Well, we got it up that, and actually without, other than some rock rearranging, we'll say right at the beginning, without too much drama, that's how much ground clearance is on this Defender when you put it in the off-road 2 height. It really, really, really has a lot of clearance. And we proved that there. When we're off-roading these brand new and very expensive vehicles, we want to keep these interiors looking good, and that's where 3W floor mats comes in. These 3W floor mats are contoured to the inside of your car to help keep snow, mud, all the grime off your carpet and interior trim. These floor mats are 3D scanned to perfectly match your vehicle. And check this out, they click into position so they don't move around, and they're textured in such a way where they provide a lot of grip, and I love how high the edges come up just for that added protection. These 3W floor mats are made with a proprietary TPE material. They are odor-free, they are adhesive-free, so you don't get those nasty smells on your inside. The best part about these 3W floor mats are just how easy they are to clean. Blazy, come here. Come here, Blaze. If you've got dirty items for your friends, come on, hop up. For example, I've got Blaze here. He's gonna hop on in there, and if his paws get this 3W floor mat all dirty, not a problem. Blazy, come on out. You can see we got all this sand and dirt on these floor mats. I can simply wipe these out, spray them down, stick them back in, and you're ready to go. 3W now offers floor mats for 600 vehicles. Check out the link below and find the perfect fit for your vehicle model.
Truth be told, given the choice between 37s and a V8 on this obstacle, I take the 37s, but I think 35s are good for today. I think I should be able to clear this without even whispering at Mr. Curb. The other, of course, issue is this big old V8 lump of an engine in the front is a lot of weight to slam down on the rock.
Just like a smidge more passenger side. Nice.
All right, here we go.
Okay, slow, just a little bit passenger. Like 15 degrees to your passenger side. Yep, like that. Okay, climb it.
I like my rear axle. I like my rear diff.
Slow, you're gonna touch down.
And don't slam it on the rock, Roman. The rock rails, do your job. You know I'm serious because I lifted my
Yep, you're gonna climb up now. Nice.
Wow, Roman, that was a lot of scratching.
Yeah, but that's what rock rails are for, you know?
Okay. Have no fear. Big Bronco Raptor is here. And I'm hoping that the tire size, these KO2s, they're 12.5 inches wide. They are 37 inches tall. I'm hoping they can pay dividends on the gatekeeper. All right, so I'm watching my cameras approaching this obstacle. My wheelbase is about 116 inches, which is a pretty short wheelbase, which is good for this.
Yeah, crank it, crank it, crank it.
And Tommy wants me to crank it.
Alright, that's good, that's great.
I'm kind of all locked up, and hopefully I can just smoothly go over it in first gear. Oh!
You're good, just keep going.
Oh no! Even the mighty Bronco scraped.
Go, driver. Steer into it. Okay, go past it. Okay, whatever, that's fine.
Did I scratch my wheel?
Nah, you're good.
Okay, so a little bit of scraping.
A little bit of scraping, Andre.
But I think I'm victorious as always.
Well, I guess, Tommy, the answer is 39s are the new 37s. At least I'm the gatekeeper.
First manufacturer to come out with 40s will clear that without scraping. That's exactly right. This little undercut right here is where the micas popped 2 tires last time we were up here in a Defender.
Now we're gonna call this Tommy's rock.
Why?
Because you had that reaction. I just popped it and I was like, I think I swore. But the one that, you know, became memeable was you. So let's see if Tommy's rock can take a second Defender and a third tire.
All right, we'll give it a go. My blood pressure is as high as it's ever been because I do not want to call the kind folks at Land Rover and be like, yeah, I popped the third tire in a Defender on the same rock. All right, here we go. I'm tackling it. Okay. Front was fine. How about the rear? Don't have the space to go further, driver, so the rear is going right over my rock. Come on, Defender! Oh. Breathe.
So, Tommy, how tightly was your butt clenched?
A blueberry wouldn't fall out.
I figured. Good job. You can check that one off your list and move on with your life now.
Thank goodness. Look folks, I'm an old school dude. I drive a 1947 Willys CJ2A. I like solid axles and good old fashioned leaf springs, but even I have to admit, this Defender Octa is unbelievable in how it deploys technology to get you up the trail. So this suspension is hydraulic over air. So Andre and my dad are going to be going on about solid axles and disconnectable sway bars. Well, the way Land Rover has engineered the suspension, it's cross-linked, so it simulates a solid axle off-road in terms of keeping wheels on the ground. And then it doesn't have sway bars at all. None. So Andre's like, look at my stability bar disconnect. I don't even have them, and that's because the stability of this vehicle is controlled via hydraulic shock absorbers, kind of like a McLaren. So when you're off-road, you put it in the rock crawl mode, it just loosens everything up, and the wheels can articulate to the ground. And the truth of the matter is, most air-suspended vehicles, when you put them in their off-road heights, you lose all the down travel, and they kind of like pogo up and down like this. But this Octa's been engineered in such a way where you still have down travel. So even though I've got over 12 inches of ground clearance right now in off-road 2, the suspension is still working and moving with the earth, keeping me perfectly smooth. Genuinely, this may be the most comfortable I've ever been off-road. And I'm not talking about speakers in the seats, which are cool, and heated steering wheels and fancy leather. That's great too, but just the way this 6D suspension works will blow your mind. I've never felt anything like it. There's no off-roader with a suspension similar to this on the market. It is unreal.
I gotta be completely and utterly honest with you guys. I have fallen head over heels in love with this 392, and that's simply because I love vehicles that shouldn't exist. There is no reason that Jeep needed to stick a big old V8 under the hood of this Wrangler. In fact, there's a lot of good reasons why they shouldn't have done it, because let's face it, weight is the enemy of performance. And putting this much weight also created all kinds of other issues for Jeep that they had to engineer around. But, and this is the big but, it makes it so much more fun. The Brits would say theatrical. In other words, there's just a lot more theater about this. It just gives you a sense of you are in a hard Italian opera with the tenor, or is it the baritone? Anyway, whichever one with the deep voice, just belting it out. And it makes the Jeep just so much fun, and it gives it so much personality, and you just feel like this is the one that is as American as it gets. Now, don't get me wrong, there is a lot of tech in this. What you don't get in the Willys, or Willis, you can say it both ways, that you do get in the Moab 392 is a front locker. I don't have that. Disconnectable sway bar, I don't have that. But you also save about $10,000 depending on if you get this hard roof. So this was a $75,000 Jeep. Initially we wanted just the soft top, which would have been about $5K cheaper, but Jeep wasn't making them yet, so we bought the hard top, and I don't regret it.
By the way, I forgot to thank Tommy about removing or helping me remove my side steps on the Bronco Raptor. They help you get in and out, but they do hang down just a little bit, so I'll thank him in a little bit. But my technology here in the Bronco Raptor is plentiful. I could show you my gauges and my camera right now. So this is the gauge cluster right here in the Bronco Raptor, and I can use my GOAT modes dial, goes over any terrain modes to select exactly what I want. Because this is very rocky, I'm in rock crawl mode and I'm in low range, And in low range already my rear locking differential is enabled, but I can also push my front locking differential button, and very easily that comes on. So here are my buttons here. My front locking differential, rear locker, trail turn assist so I can make tighter turns, and disconnectable front anti-sway bar, which is already unlocked. And I also have cameras. So I do have a lot of technology, although the camera resolution maybe not the best, but I do have cameras. I actually love how quickly I can enable and disable my anti-sway bar and my locking differentials. It's the easiest operation of any brand, be it Jeep or Toyota or anybody else. I'm not sure exactly what James Bond features Tommy has, but I'm looking forward to approaching the rock garden. Also, I've noticed that in first gear and low range, it's a little bit jerky, so I used manual shifting mode and my paddle shifter to start in second gear, and it's a little bit more smooth now.
Welcome to the rock garden. So
Oh, come on, Tommy. Give it a little bit of that Guns N' Roses. Come on.
that's all I got.
Welcome to the rock garden. How's that?
You have to put a bleep there. What we'll do is we're gonna take a pretty aggressive line, left tires on the big rocks, see if we have the clearance, and see if we can get all three up the challenging obstacles.
The trick is to make sure that we're all on the same line so we can compare the three vehicles.
Yeah.
So, tire here, tire there, and tire there. So 4 rocks, 4 times you gotta climb up and over. Let's see how they do.
Let's do it.
Welcome to the rock garden! No?
Come on, Octa. Show them what you're made of. In the rock crawl mode, low range. Got the tires down 18 PSI. This is what this thing was built for. These Duratrax. These tires are old, but they are a goodie. Really, really, really good at what they are designed to do. Okay, first rock cleared.
First rock good.
First rock good, Andre.
How heavy are you?
Like 6,200 pounds, my friend.
Wow.
It's a bit of a barge.
Bump it.
Oh yeah, look at that. Come on, Octa. God, this thing is so cool. Okay, we got the next one coming up. Come on, car, let's do it. There we go. Okay. All right. That's the next one. I got a couple more rocks. This thing has got the clearance, so I can't believe it's got the clearance for this. Fully locked up on the screen here, center and rear, completely locked up. Come on, baby. Last little bit. Let's see what you got. It's hard to 2-foot though. It does not like gas and brake at the same time. So, okay.
Hard left. Nice work. Oh, you're stuck on that guy now. Stuck on the, you gotta go back a little bit. Go, stop. Go hard. Yeah, there you go. You're good. That's all right.
That's the exhaust.
You're good.
Okay.
You're fine. Fine. You got it.
There we go. Wow. So, sorry I didn't talk much on that, but the Defender did the hard line up the rock garden, which is a very impressive feat. Good job, Land Rover. Woo! Best 4x4 by far. Let's find out watching these two go up it.
I think I'm gonna lock my rear locker here. Why not? There we go. Rear locker locked. Give me a little bit more oomph. Exhaust on, rear locker locked. This should be pretty straightforward for the Jeep. Maybe not. It's so straightforward. Maybe a little bump. It's not going to do it.
It's not gonna do it.
No, that's what I just said.
Yeah, we gotta go that way.
All right. All right. It wants to go down the fall line, so it's pushing me left. All right, well, first rock was not going to happen. All right, let's try second rock. This is proving harder than I thought. I'm getting high center, Tommy.
Stuck in the rear diff.
Yeah, I'm getting high centered.
Stop there.
Okay,
Now go all the way past me.
okay.
Okay, now cut it, driver.
There we go. Rock 2. Nice. I'll just finish this up. Maybe we are missing the front locker, Tommy.
I don't have one either, though.
I know. I mean, it's got. I'm an off-road plus, so you think it would send power, but it didn't. There you go.
All right, so Roman did not have front and rear lockers, just the rear. I have both. So hopefully it'll be a little bit different for me. I'm also checking my cameras. And hopefully I can climb. Yes! I think a little bit of extra clearance. A little bit of extra clearance and front locker does the trick. And of course, being aired down to about 22 psi. We're not using our bead locks today, so we're not going super low. On my rear diff?
Back up. Go past the tree, back up. Yep, all the way past. Yep. Look on the back. Take up. Now go hard side or come forward.
Just missed it right there. Yes! 13.1 inches of ground clearance. Massive.
All right. Well, that was surprising. So I think there were a couple conclusions. First, Andre, did you have your front locker?
Yes, I was enabled in the front.
So I think without having a front locker on the Jeep, that wheel wasn't spinning, and so
It wasn't climbing.
Yeah. So all I had was 3 wheels spinning, and then the Jeep started to turn sideways.
Although, as every comment,
Yes.
I'm just gonna say it now, every comment's gonna say you should have had the Moab, which has a front locker, which we
Yes.
don't have.
Yeah. Well, we're trying to get
It's just a little apples to
$10,000
oranges.
less. All right. And then I think the other reason that the Defender did so well is it was just more ground clearance.
It does have a lot of ground clearance.
You know what I mean?
It does.
And it seems like with the Defender, you have slow speed control.
It has a lot of control.
Yeah, a lot of slow speed control.
Which is actually quite a bit more difficult in that Wrangler. It's a lot jerkier than the Land Rover.
yeah.
And I think this is where also having a big old V8 on the front
not as helpful.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of weight pushing down on that front axle. And so I kind of tried to use Nathan's method of momentum, which you weren't happy about, but even trying yours gentle and slow, it still wouldn't climb. So, you know, there you have it. I think also the 37s helped. But
Once again, Ford victorious in the garden.
I don't know about that. The Land Rover did
I
pretty
think
good.
the Land
actually,
Rover
the Land
did
Rover,
better.
yes.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
never struggled.
There are a couple things I don't like about the Defender Octa. It's got 20-inch wheels. Now, that's because the brakes are enormous, because it's got 620 horsepower. That's awesome, but it also means that when you're off-road, you're fairly limited in how much sidewall you can add to this vehicle. You know, is it important for most people? No, but for the ultimate off-roader, I'd love like the off-road group that gets maybe 18-inch wheels on this thing, smaller brakes, and rock rails. Rock rails would be huge, you know, being able to really protect the side of this vehicle. So a couple little things there, and also the sound. Like, I've been making fun of my dad for that V8 sounding a little juvenile on that 392, but this is a magnificent engine. This 4.4 V8 from BMW has proven to be very reliable, as actually has the Defender, but you can't hear it, even in its loudest mode. I just want more. It's got such a cool engine. Let's hear it.
So Tommy said I got to do the top 3 things I don't like about this. There's only 3 of them. Number 3 is the fact that my seat doesn't go far enough back. Number 2 is if you're gonna do 470 horsepower, heck, go 570. And number 1 is fuel economy. I think I'm getting less than 4 mpg. At least that's as low as it goes, because yeah. I mean, you know, you're lucky to get 14 on the road, off-road. Ugh. But there's always a price to pay for being the coolest kid on the block. These are the dyno steps.
Dyno steps! So we got these huge divots in the earth. We're gonna see how the suspension reacts to getting way off kilter. I think my 6D suspension's gonna hit its 6th dimension.
Well, but it's also wet, dude. It's been raining here.
I know.
Well, I don't have a sway bar disconnect, so I'm a little bit of a disadvantage.
You have 2D suspension. I have 6D suspension.
Hey, I would say that so far, the Wrangler won the gatekeeper because it scraped a lot, but it's only on 35s, whereas Andre's shouldn't have scraped at all on 37s. And I think you won, in other words, the Defender won the Rock Garden.
I think the Defender's won everything because I've got speakers in my seats, so I don't know what your problem is.
But do you guys have trail turn assist where it pivots? Do you have the pivot?
The Trail Destroyer, huh?
Oh, no.
All right, well, let's see what kind of articulation these vehicles have, and we'll see who gets what wheel in the air. So, least wheels in the air wins, huh?
Yeah.
Alrighty, so we're going through muddy ruts, so it might be time to engage the Mud Ruts program. Mud Ruts engaged, lockers currently unlocked, but they will lock when they're needed. Suspension, do your thing. Okay, trying to make this turn as tight as possible. I'm gonna line up to the ruts, and let's see what happens. So, there we go, rear locker kicked on, center locker kicked on here. Now, independent suspension usually would struggle quite a bit in this situation, but watch how the Defender reacts through here. So it's gonna try to kick me to the driver's side, but, oh, look at that. Yeah, they're like 4 feet deep. It's not a Baja truck. Oh boy. Oh, but it is doing it. No problem. Not losing grip at all. Don't even need to turn on my lockers. It's just doing it for me. Man, this thing is so cool. Gosh, terrain response is such a cool piece of technology. There we go. Yeah. Sure, we lifted up some wheels, but we made it through with very little drama. All right. Nice job, Land Rover.
5 wheels in the air, but we'll have to check the camera the underneath camera to make sure that that indeed was 5, but counted 5. I think I'm also going to lock again the rear diff here. Why not? Give me more traction. Here we go. Up the dyno steps. All right. Got my wheels in the air there, Andre.
All right.
Thank you, sir. All right, here we go. No disconnectable sway bar, so I'm at a little bit of a disadvantage here. Take it nice and slow. Slow as possible, as fast as necessary. Come on, articulate, Jeep. All right, how many was that, Tommy?
32.
32 wheels in the air, huh?
32 wheels in the air. No, it's the same.
Yeah?
5 probably.
5?
Yeah.
All right, well, we're tied.
You need that front sway bar disconnect. Would you bring your wrenches?
I didn't bring
Well, you didn't bring your wrenches.
I brought Blaze. That's
Okay.
enough. Except you can't wrench. Tommy doesn't like the metric we're using, you can tell. You don't like our metric, huh?
Well, it's just a little arbitrary. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's a good
little
metric.
tricky to measure.
Let me know in the comments if you think that's a goofy metric.
Huh.
We don't have an RTI ramp, so that's the best we're going to do out here. I'm going to go count Andre's wheels in the air because Tommy's not going to do it.
All right, dyno steps, here I come. So, here are a couple of things I don't like about this Bronco Raptor. First of all, yeah, I've been talking up how awesome it is, but it is really wide. I don't like this. I've been having to squeeze between trees and it's a little bit nerve-wracking. I don't want to damage anything. And also, when you do a 37, you lose a little bit of articulation. I mean, it's really, really challenging to have a giant tire that articulates a lot. Just from the factory as a factory vehicle. So, let's see. Think I'm flexing okay still. 2? Oh, no, 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 no! I cleared it! That's what I'm talking about. I'm flexing, Roman.
You're flexing the best.
Am I?
Yeah.
Nice. Flexy. Maybe I didn't lose that much flex with the giant tires. Three? Wow, guys.
Oh, you won that, Andre. Good job, Andre.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Solid win for the Bronco. As arbitrary as my dad's counting system was, the Bronco, I think, did do the best.
Yeah, lifted only 3 wheels.
Yep.
Which is pretty impressive.
3 of the 5, Andre.
Yeah. So the Bronco wins the dyno steps.
Yay!
Hey.
This might be a hot take, but Red Cone is probably my favorite trail in Colorado. It's rated a 6 out of 10 at Onyx Off-Road. And with Onyx, you know exactly what you're getting into. You can see trail reports from recent users and have the confidence knowing that you're on the right trail for your rig. And there's a new SOS feature, which is super, super cool, which means if I get stuck out here, I can flag for help. So Onyx is the best app, not only for off-roading, but if you're into camping, you can find dispersed camping, and check out the link below for discount. That's right, we got a discount code using code TFLoffroad.
Hey, gentlemen, I think if we were to score this, then the Wrangler
won the Gatekeeper.
The Defender obviously won the Rock Garden, and the Bronco won the Dino Steps. But
The most impressive vehicle here in my mind has got to be the Defender. I was a little worried about it, having, the experience that we've had, but it's been a rock star.
Where it's really good is in terrain like this. As we crest over 11, 12,000 feet, you got these baby head rocks.
This suspension is just so smooth, but I gotta say, the one that's really blown me away today, even though it's got hips, is Shakira over there in the Bronco.
These hips don't lie, Tommy.
I mean, it's big, but it's just such a sledgehammer through everything.
You know what it feels like in this Bronco Raptor? I feel like off-roading like Nathan style, where nothing, I just go to 11, I just go over every rock because I cannot like choose a line oftentimes, and it just does everything.
yeah, the Bronco is mighty impressive. Given the fact that both of your vehicles are the most expensive and the Wrangler is the least expensive here,
And has the best powertrain by far. I still love this thing.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I mean, we're talking 20 grand less than the Ford, nearly $100,000 less than the Defender. It is a beast. It sounds great. It works like it's supposed to work. If you had the Moab, it would have been even better, as I'm sure all the comments will point out, but
You don't really need the Moab to go have fun off-road, because that thing will do pretty much everything you point at.
Yeah. So this has been one hell of a top dog test, and it's Blazy approved.
Blazy approved. Well, we got to get the shot at the top of the hill.
And then B-roll it down the red cone, the thing that gives this trail its iconic name.
Yes. 12,801 feet. All
Yes.
three made it. All three did great. And all three of us and Blazy had a ball. And this is really what off-roading is all about.
Yes.
It's not just about testing the equipment, but it's about being out here with buddies and just having a hell of a time enjoying beautiful Colorado. And I'm glad Bronco won. Yes! Bronco didn't win. Defender didn't win. Wrangler didn't win. I'd say it's a tie. I think we all won.
Everybody's a winner.
Everybody gets a participation trophy.
That's right.
That's right. We all get a participation trophy. All right. I think then the Wrangler won. Cheapest one here by far.
But none of you have speakers in your seats, so the Defender won.
Well,
right.
none of you have speakers right behind your head.
All right. Enough. We'll see you in the next one.
Ciao.